I'd love to learn a little bit more and share with the audience around say-do about some of the ways you're applying AI. If you can share any of the clients you work with. I know you work in a fractional role, so maybe some of those roles you could talk about.
I think there's a nice mix of the tired and true. And I feel like some ways over the last couple of years, the CX UX industry has really kind of been eaten up, I think, in terms of just the market for talent in that space. But I still think the same old rules apply. For me, I think it comes down to, remembering I'm not the customer and the customer is not me. That's like what I tell people is like the home of great UX design. And it's like a way of winding yourself up to be more empathetic, to remember you're not creating for yourself, you're creating for other people. I still think it comes down to getting people to remember to fall in love with the problem and not the solution, is to really put that time in still to figure out like, well, what is the problem we're actually trying to solve? One thing I love to try to remind teams I work with, and I think this is particularly true for the AI era, is this idea of, the map is not the territory. Kind of famous expression, but the idea that maps are man-made tools. They're imperfect at helping us understand what's actually out there in the territory and the environment. And so these imperfect tools, we need to actually go out and observe and understand what's going on. So AI can only get us so far in those spaces. I think it's an incredibly powerful tool, and I'm a huge advocate for it, but it is a solution in search of a problem a lot of times. And so we want to make sure that folks are really focused on making sure they really are in touch with their customer base, in touch with the reality, the lived reality of their customers still, and that they don't just hide behind AI tools to think that they truly get it